Hey there, welcome to The Hot Slice, the weekly podcast brought to you by Pizza Today magazine. I'm your host, Jeremy White, editor-in-chief of Pizza Today, joined today by the one, the only, a great friend, a great pizza man, Mr. Josh Cowan. What's up, Josh?
Hello, Jeremy. We've been doing this quite a while, I believe. So, yeah.
Long time. So I want to point out and give you some serious props. The sweet, sweet graphics that are behind you and I right now. Um,
Yes.
Beautiful. It makes me want to lick my computer screen, but I haven't cleaned it in like 2 weeks, so probably not a good idea. But man, these look good. Thanks for designing these. These
Look,
are
these slices like
awesome.
fit perfectly in the middle. I'm perfectly in the middle of those two slices right now. So,
You're in the middle of a pizza sandwich.
oh yeah. So yeah, we're just adding a little pizzazz to the show here
I
for all
love
you
it.
guys
Why
watching
why
on YouTube.
why in the circle to the left does it say 40?
The Pizza Expo, the International Pizza Expo, is turning the big 4-0 in March.
Pizza Expo is officially not a kid anymore and is like a full-grown middle-aged adult now.
Yep. Uh, Yeah. So yeah, they it's a big accomplishment, 40 years for a trade show is with everything going on around. We've been through a lot of ups and downs, but it's we're ready to celebrate 40 in the best way possible.
Absolutely. I mean, it's crazy to think about. I just turned 48 last month, and you just turned 46, I believe.
Right.
So we were 6 and 8 year old. We were playing on the playground, jumping rope, playing kickball when the first Pizza Expo happened.
Right. And by the way, if you have any old photos,
Yeah.
video, whatever, mainly photos of you at Pizza Expo back in the day, whether it be 80s or 90s, send them our way. Send them to Denise, dgreer at pizzatoday.com, because we're kind of just wanting to put some together and just kind of see some of the old photos. So if you have any of those, please send them Denise's way, and we'd like to maybe publish them at some point.
Absolutely. You'll see them on social media. You'll see them in the magazine, most likely the March issue that is handed out at Pizza Expo. And, we saw recently a flyer from Orlando, Florida, the first Pizza Expo. We've seen some information from a Pizza Expo out of New Orleans, Louisiana, that happened early on before Las Vegas became the permanent home. Um, and it's wild to see some of the logos, some of the graphics, the fonts. We've come a long way, baby.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, today we're going to we don't have a guest today. So we're just going to get into some letters that some of our readers have sent Mr. Jeremy White here.
It's always fun to answer some of these letters in a podcast. We try to do it 2 or 3 times a year. It's a good time.
I mean, back in the day, we had a page in the
Yeah,
magazine, letters to the editor. So, but it's long since gone. Now we can just do it on a podcast.
that's right. Well, what do we got? What's the
All right.
what's the first letter? Who's it from? What's it say?
Yeah, the first one is from Anthony D'Souza, from Antonio's Real New York Pizza. Anthony says, we added a robot to our store, and another is coming shortly. Our store is completely computerized with 0 paper tickets, QR codes, huge touchscreen kitchen displays, 6 iPads, 8 kitchen displays, and 8 handheld devices. And I'm the guy who set it all up. During the high season, we communicate using headsets, which increase our efficiency since the building is huge. Online sales through our website are near 1 million a year, and we'll break that this year. In addition to the technology, I've always enjoyed public speaking. In short, you have an untapped asset right here, just waiting to go. Sincerely, Anthony D'Souza. I would love to see the inside of that store.
That's a great. First of all, Anthony, thanks for the email. Secondly, full disclosure for anyone watching this podcast, immediately after I received that email, I did a little research on Anthony, was very impressed, reached out to him, and I'm not going to spoil anything. We are currently in the planning stages for the 40th Pizza Expo in Las Vegas, Nevada, March 19th through 21st, 2024. We are planning the educational sessions as we speak, but I can tell you that Anthony is in that lineup and will be speaking about this very topic and the efficiencies that he has created in his pizzeria. Having said that, dear Lord, we're looking at the pizzeria of the future right here
Right.
with everything is I mean, the robot, the use of AI, the use of all the technology, it's pizza the pizza industry has come so far so fast, and sometimes in the world of technology it literally feels like advancements happen not by the year or by the month or by the week but by the hour. It's just crazy how really honestly, since this little thing right here that we all can't live without and carry around with us, the iPhone, has come into play, things have changed
Oh,
just
it's
so
accelerated it
fast.
such
Yeah.
a speed. It's amazing. But with all that said, there's still some pizzerias out there that are just cash only and as old school as possible, and they do well as well. So it's
Yeah.
crazy the difference you can have in a pizzeria technology wise, and and then still be both great.
Yeah, and I personally, the way my personality is wired, I use a lot of tech in my life, no doubt, but I'm still a kind of an analog type personality at the end of the day. And for me personally, I would have no issue taking a pen and a paper and writing down someone's order and walking it back to the kitchen. But obviously, that is not efficient.
Right.
And in today's landscape, and customers aren't as forgiving as they were 10, 20, 30 years ago. They expect everything to be instantaneous now as well. They don't want you to take 40 seconds to walk back to the kitchen and tell the chef what he's making or she's making now.
And not only the customers, the employees. This is so much better for the employees as well. It streamlines everything. It
Mhm.
streamlines everything so smoothly. Yeah, and that's just going to help in the hiring process.
I'd like to know. We'll ask Anthony this. Anthony is actually going to come onto this podcast with us soon, within the next couple of weeks, and we'll get the chance to interview him and talk to him about this. I'd like to know what investment, financially, what he spent on all this technology he's
Right.
talking about.
Yeah, and maybe he can give us a walkthrough of the spot, because I'd just love to see where everything is set up and how it's set up.
Mhm. And to do $1 million in online sales only. I mean,
Yeah.
and that's I well, we're gonna ask him what percentage of your business, what percentage of your sales is online.
Hmm.
Obviously, he's doing substantially more than $1 million in sales. So really cool stuff. Anthony, thank you, for the note.
Yeah. Next we have Ross Cameron. I own Rocco's on the Kenai Peninsula in rural Alaska, that's amazing. We have built a popular dessert following over the popular dessert following over the years that has grown to be an important part of our brand. Here's how it's done at Roscoe's. We don't use a menu, but we offer a rotation of daily dessert specials featuring 4 to 6 items, plus a signature peanut butter frosted brownie and 3 cookies.
Oh,
I'm all in here already.
I'm in.
All homemade cheesecakes are the core with cakes and pies, filling out the lineup with cream puffs, bread pudding,
Mm.
mousse making an occasional appearance. The cheesecakes are our own design, and we can constantly coming up with new recipes. Crowd favorites such as carrot cake cheesecake or raspberry chocolate truffle make it into the rotation regularly. We market the desserts with our daily specials post on our special board, website, and Facebook page with a smattering of Instagram pics or shorts. We offer wholesale desserts on our website, wholesale sales that are particularly active in the holidays, from Ross Cameron. Uh,
Dear
Feel
Lord.
free, Ross, to send any of those cheesecakes our way, because that's cheesecake is my dessert of choice.
Look, Ross, first of all, I know you've got dry ice, available to you, and I'm sure you have packaging, so you can send any and all desserts directly to Josh and I. We both have a little bit of a sweet tooth, and Josh, as you know me really well over the years, I am a peanut butter addict.
Yeah,
There's rarely does a day go by that I don't eat peanut butter.
we
So
we had a peanut butter war at the I was you're a peanut butter Peter Pan man,
I'm Peter Pan.
and
Yeah,
I was Team Jif.
yeah.
So yeah, we there was a lot of back and forth on those
Yeah,
debates.
absolutely. But I'm telling you, that peanut butter brownie, And the bread pudding too. I love bread pudding, and I'm curious to know. We got a New Orleans vibe here. Do we have like a little, do we have a little splash of bourbon in that bread pudding, or do we have raisins or no raisins? Like people want to know these details. These are not right. Man, I appreciate the email, but you left out some crucial details, bro. I mean, raisins or not, we've got to know. The people want to know, so we're gonna have to reach out. We're gonna have to get him on a podcast as well
Yeah.
and talk to him about this. But dessert sales are, he sent this email to me in response to a commentary I had written a while back about desserts and how I have a sweet tooth and I love dessert, but desserts are not always great sellers in pizzerias. A lot of times people come in, maybe they have an appetizer, often breadsticks, and then they get pizza, more bread. It tends to get become a pretty filling meal
Right.
pretty quickly. So a lot of times in a pizzeria, it's like, hey, you got room for dessert? No, nobody's got room for dessert. So he was answering saying, this is how I sell a ton of desserts in my pizzeria.
Yeah, and I can see why they all sound amazing. And if I ever find myself in rural Alaska, Ross, I'm coming to you, and I'm gonna get some of those cheesecakes.
There's a fairly decent chance Denise is there right now. Denise Greer is on vacation this week, and Denise is a wanderer, and she
It's been a
claims
while.
she's somewhere in the state of Indiana. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, there might be a Denise sighting in rural Alaska today. Who
Right.
knows?
Yeah, if you do get a blurry picture of Denise walking through the woods, so yeah, please do that for us.
With a pizza slice and one of Ross's desserts. And is it Bigfoot or is it Denise?
Looking to grow your pizzeria or restaurant? Then you'll want to try the power of a cloud-based POS system. With Hunger Rush, you'll get everything you need. This fully integrated restaurant management system allows you to easily streamline operations, accelerate the delivery process, and grow your business through Hunger Rush 360 marketing. And it's so easy to use. Want AI-powered text ordering? It's built in. Need to track orders? No problem. Schedule a personalized demo at hungerrush.com today. Performance Food Service is proud to deliver high-quality products, innovative technology, and custom operational solutions to restaurants of all sizes across the country. The flagship division of Performance Food Group, with deep roots in the restaurant industry, Performance Food Service has been the exclusive distributor of the Roma family of brands for more than 65 years. This signature relationship has allowed Performance Food Service to become a leader in the pizza and Italian segment of food service nationwide. With extraordinary pizza cheese comes extraordinary rewards. Only Baccio Exceptional Italian Pizza Cheese offers the Gold Club Rewards program with monthly cash back on every cheese purchase. Members also receive funds twice a year to use in their exclusive marketing store. It's their way of saying grazie to customers. Schedule a demonstration at bacciocheese.com/hotslice and discover how rewarding Baccio Exceptional Italian Pizza Cheese can be. Pizza is your legacy. Build it with Baccio.
Awesome.
Right.
What else do we have? We have any more letters?
Yeah, we got one from Tyler Carlson. He goes, my business partner, Mark. How do you spell pronounce Mark's last name?
I believe it's Lass.
Mark Lass. And I formally started the Thai Mark Restaurant Group 8 years ago, based out of Southern New England. We currently have 6 locations and a catering business, and are currently seeing roughly $11 million annually in revenue. Whew. We are in the process of acquiring an additional location and are expecting to finish the legal process within the next 2 weeks. We employ roughly 170 team members throughout the group during the peak of our season. Mark and I are very active managing partners and enjoy the luxury of having an excellent team of managers working with us. An emphasis on creating manageable and efficient systems following a clear company vision in pursuit of growth, and some of the good luck needed to grow efficiently have all played an important role in our development. As a matter of fact, we are meeting with Mike Bausch. He says our favorite seminar presenter from the Expo on Monday to explore ways to develop our operational infrastructure and related systems further.
Wow. So these guys, they've got it going on. And first of all, anytime you're reaching out to Mike Bausch for some information, you're definitely talking to the right party. Yeah, these guys, they've got it going on. I believe they're based in Rhode Island. I could be mistaken. I know he said Southern New England. I do believe they're in Rhode Island. But these two actually, he sent this email to me a while back, similar to the email that came in from Anthony. I did a little research on the restaurant group. I was very impressed. I actually reached out to Mike, talked to Mike, and he's like, these guys are smart. They've got it figured out. They're going places. And that's high praise coming from Mike, right? So looked into them a little more. Like I said, was really impressed, reached out to them. They actually spoke for us at the Pizza and Pasta Northeast show in Atlantic City earlier this month. And they were so detailed, so meticulous. They presented just a wealth of truly helpful information. And the reviews that the attendees gave us about their seminar were outstanding. I mean, truly outstanding. And the result being that they will be in Las Vegas speaking again. They'll be brought back because they are a valuable resource to tap into. These are really, really smart guys. And just reading that email and what it has to say, you can tell that these guys know what's up, no doubt.
Right. And, also, this is kind of what Expo is all about. They found Mike Bausch. Now they're talking to him and to help their business. So, yeah, our speakers are, talk to them,
Yeah.
After the course or whatever, and get as much info as you can, because it's such a great networking opportunity.
Look, Mike Bausch was we'll say an unknown entity, right? Because a nobody is it's not true, right? But he was an unknown entity in Oklahoma, and he found Tony G, and he went to Tony G's pizza school, and he learned from Tony, and he asked questions. And Mike is one of the most brilliant pizza business people on the planet now, right? These guys found Mike. They tapped into Mike. They asked questions. They came to PP&E and just blew us away with how good they are, right? And someone at Pizza Expo this year or 3 years down the line are going to find these guys and ask these guys questions and learn from them. And 4 or 5 years from now, we're going to be like, oh my gosh, this lady, this guy, oh my gosh, they're killing it, right? And that's how it works, because our people in this industry are fantastic human beings that are willing to share their knowledge. Tony didn't tell Mike, man, I may have a pizza rock in Tulsa, Oklahoma one day. I don't want to help you out.
Right.
Mike didn't tell these guys, Andolini's Worldwide is mostly in Oklahoma, but it might be in Rhode Island one day. I'm not going to help you out. And these guys could tell someone, no, I'm not helping out an operator in Florida. We may go to Florida one day and franchise. Everyone's helping everyone out. And that's
there's a lot of paying it forward. That I've heard the stories about Mike Bausch calling Tony in the middle of the night.
3 a.m.
Yeah, 3 a.m. And and Tony helping him. So, like I said, Mike's just paying it forward as well. And that's what it's all about. And I love to see it.
Yeah. Now, to clarify, that was 3 a.m. Mike's time, which I believe still made it probably like 1 a.m. in California where Tony is. And he said, Tony literally said, I'm in bed right now. And Mike's, look, a normal person, oh, I'm so sorry. Is there a good time to call you tomorrow? You know what Mike's response was? This will only take 15 minutes. It's only going to take 15 minutes.
He was getting an answer tonight.
He's getting an answer tonight.
Nobody's sleeping.
I love it. But you know what? Tony didn't hang up on the guy. Tony stayed on the phone, even after he said, hey, dude, I'm in bed right now. And Mike said 15 minutes. Tony gave him that 15 minutes. Yeah. You know what? And there's a guy that you all know by the name of John Arena, who has graciously had those phone calls at all hours of the day and given his 15 minutes as well. And John is going to speak at Pizza Expo this year, which is nothing new. He speaks for us regularly. But John is going to deliver the keynote address on day one of Pizza Expo. And we have not announced that formally yet, but we're kind of doing that right now. It's a big deal. I'm a sports guy. Josh, you're a sports guy. To me, John Arena is John Wooden.
Yeah.
In basketball, you've got John Wooden. He was the first true great, and then he's got this coaching tree, right, of all these outstanding coaches who learned under him and then became outstanding coaches.
Yeah.
And, to me, John Arena was Tony Gimignani 30, 40 years ago before there was a Tony G. We just didn't have the social media then. Pizza Today was in its infancy at the time, right? John's been around Pizza Expo and Pizza Today magazine from day one.
Yeah.
So
there's
in
no
its
better person to give the 40th anniversary keynote than
Yeah,
John.
that's right. And the honest truth is, I've been thinking for several years about having John do a keynote address. And a couple of years ago, I started asking to, and I was like, no, this is 38. We're gonna wait till 40. John is, if there's anybody out there that should talk at the 40th Pizza Expo, it is John Arena. So I'm really excited about that. I can tell you that he is excited. He sent me a message about 3 days ago and said, hey, is it okay if I tell people yet? Because when we talked about it a few months ago, I said, you can't tell anyone yet. This is all top secret right now. Is it okay if I tell people? I'm like, yeah, man, go ahead. Tell anybody you want. So I know he's telling people. So it's like, we're going to get the word out.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting. And yeah, you nailed it with that one. I'm glad you waited to the 40th to get John on stage there.
It just makes sense, And honestly, had he spoken 2 years ago, he would have killed it, and we would have been so thrilled. And then we'd realize, oh, it's the 40th, and I'd say, man, I screwed up. Why didn't we John speak at the 40th? So it worked out. It wasn't because it was more that I was probably too dumb to ask him at 36 or 37. But yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah. All right, good deal. Well, I think that's about all we have time for today.
Yep.
If Denise comes back in from the wild, you'll see her here next week. But I wouldn't blame her if she just stayed out there. It sounds like a pretty good life as well. So
hey, you remember the movie Into the Wild, right? And the book. I mean, I hope she's not eating berries she can't identify. We do want her to come back, but I mean, that's probably what Denise is doing right now. So
yeah. So anyway, it was great talking to you guys, and we'll see you next week.
Sounds great. See you guys.